How to clean a diesel DPF by removing the part and without removing it. To be honest, nothing ruins a good drive in a diesel car like that orange DPF warning light suddenly popping up on your dashboard. You're driving along and out of nowhere, the car begins to drag. When you press the gas, it just doesn't respond like it used to. The power goes down and the drive feels heavier than usual. While these symptoms can be caused by a few other issues, for instance, a weak turbocharger, a clogged fuel filter, a dirty MAF sensor, or even an EGR valve that's stuck open. Those issues usually will come with additional signs. You might see black smoke, hear strange turbo noises, or feel the engine idling roughly in addition. But when your diesel simply loses its pull, the revs climb more slowly, and then the orange DPF light appears on your car dashboard, it is a DPF issue. That is simply your car trying to breathe through a clogged DPF filter. And we are going to fix that, but first, let's look at how the DPF works. The Diesel Particulate Filter, or DPF, is one of the most misunderstood parts of a modern diesel vehicle. Its job is simple, yet critical. It traps the tiny soot particles that are produced every time diesel fuel burns. These particles, also called particulates, are what used to make old diesel engines blow thick black smoke from the exhaust. The DPF captures them and prevents that soot from ever reaching the atmosphere. Now, it's easy to confuse the DPF with the catalytic converter, since both are part of your exhaust system. But they do two very different things. The catalytic converter's job is chemical. It uses precious metals like platinum and palladium to convert toxic gases, such as carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, and unburned hydrocarbons, into less harmful gases like carbon dioxide and water vapor before they exit the tailpipe. The DPF, on the other hand, works mechanically. Instead of transforming gases, it physically traps the solid soot particles that the catalytic converter can't handle. Think of it this way. The catalytic converter cleans the invisible pollution, while the DPF catches the visible one, the black soot you can actually see. Inside the DPF are thousands of microscopic channels made of porous ceramic material. As exhaust gases flow through, the tiny soot particles get caught in those channels, allowing only clean gas to pass through. Over time, that soot builds up, and if it isn't burned off through a process called regeneration, the filter starts to clog. When that happens, exhaust flow is restricted, back pressure rises, and your engine begins to lose performance. So, keeping your DPF clean isn't just about reducing emissions. It's about keeping your engine breathing freely and performing as it should. In this video, we're going to look at two quick DIY ways to clean your DPF. One you can do while driving, without removing anything, and another more thorough method that involves taking the filter out for a deep clean. But before we continue, please take a moment to like and share this video. Also, subscribe to the channel. It helps support the channel a lot. Thank you. Now, before you think about cleaning or replacing it, let's start with diagnosis. How do you actually know your DPF is the problem? The first clue is usually the warning light, but other signs include reduced engine power, poor acceleration, rough idle, or increased fuel consumption. Sometimes the engine will even enter limp mode, limiting speed and power to prevent damage. A proper diagnosis begins with an OBD2 scanner. Plug it in and check for DPF-related error codes like P2002, meaning the DPF efficiency is below threshold, or P2463, which indicates excessive soot accumulation. You can also view live data. If the soot level reads above 45 to 50%, the DPF is partially blocked. Beyond 70 or 80%, it's in serious trouble, and the system might stop allowing automatic regeneration altogether. So let's talk about cleaning, because that's the big question every diesel owner eventually faces: how to clean your DPF and whether to do it without removing it or by taking it out. Let's start with the easier option: cleaning the DPF without removing it. This process is often called on-car regeneration or active cleaning. Most modern diesel vehicles are designed to self-clean by burning off the trapped soot when the exhaust gets hot enough, around 600 degrees or roughly 1100 degrees this way. The problem is that only happens during long drives at steady speeds and at higher engine temperatures. So if your car mostly does short city trips, the DPF never gets hot enough to clean itself, and that's when clogging begins. To fix it, take the car on a longer drive, ideally on a highway. Keep the engine revs around 2,000 to 2,500 RPM for about 20 to 30 minutes. This helps the exhaust reach the right temperature for regeneration. You might notice a burning smell or even a little smoke. That's normal. It's the soot being burned off. Now, if the warning light stays on after that, you can use a DPF cleaning additive. These fuel treatments are poured directly into the tank and help lower the temperature needed to burn off soot, allowing regeneration even during normal city driving. Additives usually cost around $15 to $25 per bottle, and one treatment can help clean a moderately clogged filter within a tank or two of fuel. But you have to also remember that if your DPF, Diesel Particulate Filter, is severely blocked, above 80% soot level, additives and highway runs won't be enough. That's when you move to the second method, cleaning by removing the DPF. This is a more thorough workshop-level process. The filter is unbolted and taken off the car completely. Once removed, professionals use specialized DPF cleaning machines that flush the filter with high-pressure detergent or water, then dry it with hot air. This process removes not just soot but also ash residue, which can't be burned off during regeneration. The result is almost like a brand new filter, and you can expect it to restore 90 to 98% of the filter's original flow efficiency. Now let's talk cost. A professional off-car DPF cleaning service typically costs between $250 and $400 depending on your vehicle and the workshop. DIY cleaning, as if you're experienced, can cost less. You'll need a cleaning fluid, about $40 to $70, and possibly an air compressor or pressure washer. Just make sure you dry the filter completely before reinstalling, because trapped moisture can damage sensors or cause steam pressure buildup when the engine starts. On the other hand, ignoring a clogged DPF or forcing the car to run in limp mode can lead to bigger problems. Unburned soot increases back pressure in the exhaust, which can overheat and damage the turbocharger or EGR valve. Eventually, you may be forced to replace the DPF entirely on your site, and that's expensive. A brand new DPF can cost anywhere from $1,000 to over $3,000, depending on the make and model of your car. So, if we line them up side by side, cleaning the DPF without removing it costs around $15 to $50, but only works for mild to moderate clogs. Cleaning by removing it costs $250 to $400, but restores the filter almost completely. Replacing the DPF costs $1,000 to $3,000 or more, but it's the last resort if the filter is too damaged or melted inside. In terms of lifespan, a well-maintained DPF can last 100,000 to 150,000 miles or more. Regular regeneration and periodic cleaning can easily double its usable life compared to neglecting it. So, which method is really better? It depends on your situation. If you mostly drive long highway trips and your DPF warning light just came on, try a driving regeneration or additive-based cleaning first. It's cheap, quick, and effective for mild blockages. But if you mostly drive short distances, idle in traffic, or the DPF light keeps coming back, then a professional removal and cleaning is your best option. It's more expensive up front, but prevents future breakdowns and poor fuel economy. Now, if you're wondering which one saves more money long-term, here's a simple comparison. Let's say your car does 15,000 miles a year. If you perform on-car cleaning every 3 months using additives, that's about $100 a year. Compare that to a professional DPF clean once every 2 years at $350, or a full DPF replacement at $2,000. You're clearly saving hundreds of dollars with proper maintenance. The best part? Regular cleaning not only prevents costly repairs, but also keeps your car running smoother, improves fuel efficiency, and reduces emissions. So here's the bottom line. If your DPF is only slightly clogged, keep driving smart. Use a cleaning additive and allow the car to regenerate properly on the highway. If it's heavily blocked or keeps throwing codes, remove and clean it professionally. And if your DPF is too far gone or melted, replacing it is the only safe option. In the end, the choice isn't really about what's better. It's about what's right for your car's condition and your driving habits. Take care of your DPF early and it'll take care of your diesel engine for years to come. Clean, efficient, and powerful. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Auto V Fix for more car repair guides, comparisons, and maintenance tips for your vehicle. By the way, check out this other video here before you go on how to clean the EGR valve. I will see you in the next video.